about a man named Ron who's blazing the trail. They say Scott Hammer's the boss on the show, but Ron's the one driving, just so y'all know. Ron Miller, he's the one in charge. Cheer and hammer down like a big old bar. Scott, don't worry, it's all in fun. Ron's a real host when the race is run. Now Ron talks engines and he talks tires. Scott might be the match, but Ron's the fire. With his country charm and a wink in his eye, he's taking over and we all know why. Ron Miller, he's the one in charge. Cheer and hammer down like a big old bard. Scott, don't worry, it's all in fun. Ron's a real host when the race is run. When Ron hits the mic, the crowd's on their feet. Scott's in the pits, they're just trying to compete. It's all good nature, just a country jest. But when it comes up poaching, then the Ron's the best. Scott, don't worry, it's all in fun. Ron's a real host when the race is run.
This is the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Hey, I had our mics muted. Welcome,
there we go, yeah.
to the Hammer Down Racing Report. Let's do that. Part of the Evergreen Podcast Network. This is show number 353 for Thursday, October 24th. Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Products Studio. I just keep seeing something out of the corner of my eye twitch up there.
Oh.
Tonight on the show, we'll be talking with the Oakshade Raceway champions for 2024, Carter Murday, Ryan Davis, Jarrett Rendel, and Jason Deshler, all scheduled to join us this evening. And, of course, we'll be giving away some Mazza's Stone-Fired Pizza a little bit later as part of the How Many contest.
Is this going to be the awards gathering, or do we have
It's
any
the pre-gathering. And, yes,
pre-gathering?
I do have more information on the
very
Oakshade
good.
Awards. Real gathering where everybody gets their money and trophies.
Ooh.
That'll be coming up a little bit later, though. We'll have that. And by popular demand, hashtag DCR is back to win the window sticker. Thanks to producer Dave. He's been...
You guys asked for it. Yeah. Producer Dave stepped up. And
he did.
Now you've got it.
We've upped him. He was associate producer. Now he's producer Dave.
Ooh.
So producer Dave is going to monitor the comments of the Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch. All three.
Was there a raise that came with that promotion?
Yes. 200%.
Ooh, baby.
Big raise. Yes.
That's big money.
So put your guess in the comments of the Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or whichever live.
Yeah. Something scaring you there, Scott?
No. Just don't see the comments there. Hopefully everything's working there. Again, this is the second week with this new platform. There we go. We got some popping up on there. Cool. So again, we'll do that drawing then at the end of the show.
Oh, Skylar Hovis, that's hashtag DCR.
Yeah, they got it.
Uh-uh.
Oh, DRC. Oh, well, and that's the other thing. We have a live human instead of an automatic thing that's going to be checking it. So Dave would notice that and be like, obviously they're in.
He's in.
So,
okay. Well,
so Skylar's good. I'm sure
that's pretty cool.
I'm sure he's got Scott. And I can see the names now. I I don't know if that's just because of the folks that clicked on the things last week, but don't worry about that. We're not going to do that anymore.
But thank you for doing it.
Yes. Dippin Motorsports, he's got Hoosier Tires parts and service. He's located in Oregon, Ohio. Anything you need as far as race cars go. He's like Ron Miller Race Cars East.
And he's got a second-place check from Eldora Speedway.
That's right, he does. I wonder how much that was worth.
1,000 to win, 700 for second.
Not bad.
So that was a fun day.
He should get credit for leading in that final corner, though, right?
That was impressive, Scott.
Give him a call, 419-283-8580. That, again, is Dippin Motorsports. Dominator Race Products, they have what you need to be in the winner's circle. Dominator with 30 years of experience to put you out front. Check out the Ultimate Brace body kits. They take a beating and keep it shape.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pound out metal, aluminum, whatever all the time. They also have the Dominator Racing stools available in a variety of colors. And, of course, modified valance kits, plastic modified, late model rear spoilers, and so much more. You can order direct from DominatorRaceProducts.com or give them a call, 419-923-6970. Probably won't answer the phone at this time of night, though.
I don't know. He's pretty hungry.
I called, I think, at like 5 once, and it was like a fax machine that...
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. But you can try and call, or you go to the website. It's probably better there. Or you can also get Dominator Race Products from your local reputable race shops, such as Ron Miller Race Cars and Dippin Motorsports. Yeah. And Ron answers his phone all the time.
Yeah, except pretty much glued to my hip.
Except for between 7 and 8 p.m. on Thursday nights, yeah. Bubba and I were talking about you, and you didn't have a cell phone for the longest time, and then when you got one, it was a huge thing, and then you wouldn't get a smartphone, and then you got one a few years ago, finally.
Quite a few years, really. No,
yeah, it's kind of what I said. It's like he's up with the times. He knows what's going on. I'll mention Hammer Down Racing Report when you contact Magic Moment Entertainment, and you'll get $100 off your reception DJ service.
That's the other Ron.
The other Ron Burt, yes. He works with contracts, carries liability insurance, never charges for mileage or dance floor lighting, as long as you're within the state of Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, or Kentucky. Anywhere within the state boundaries of those. He's not going to charge you for mileage, and he's going to bring those lights with him. He's been in business for over 30 years. He takes pride in working closely with couples to make your special day perfect. Wedding receptions are a Magic Moment specialty, but they also do corporate events and mitzvahs. Call 419-594-2261 or find them on Facebook under Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Blitz. Now booking for June 2025 and beyond. And I know he had some complications today. Still hoping to get that new kidney sometime next month.
Ooh, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So hopefully he gets all that worked out. I saw some stuff on Facebook today about that. So also got to thank DCR Graphics, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, freeze frame photos, and of course Victory Fuel, the official drink of the Hammer Down Racing Report. I guess Throttle Punch is sold out. There's like a 2-week backlog on that. Yeah. So you can still get the Purple Potion or the Lucky Lemon,
which is fine with me.
That's why I'm drinking a Throttle Punch tonight. I figure
one for the road.
It's probably worth more since it is not available. Let's talk about our racing action from this past weekend before we go ahead and bring in our guests. And that's not the right one. I almost clicked on the wrong thing there. What am I doing here? This is the... I got to find my map and match it up. Here we go.
Racing Roundup.
I almost started the show again.
Oh.
So, last week, Eldora Speedway, as you mentioned, lots of racing action. Thursday night, Nick Bowers picking up that win in the Superstocks. Craig Dittman did a slider going into turn 3, and Bowers
almost
did the crossover right back
almost
from
bounced it off the cushion, just missed the slider just a little bit, but it was a great race. And I guess the announcers were talking about that race all weekend.
That's what I talked to Craig about. That's what Craig had said. James Essex was mentioning that quite a bit.
And DJ, Dustin Jarrett.
I like Dustin. Dustin's good. Actually, both those guys together. And Ben Shelton, they all do a great job.
They watch us. That's how they get it.
That must be it. They know what not to do when they watch us. Friday night, Adam Strickler picking up the win in the UMP Modifieds. Brian Ruhlman finished 6th in that. And then Saturday night, Bobby Pierce picking up the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series World Championship. That's what it was.
Yep.
Right? This past weekend. Ricky Thornton's 3rd place finish. That clinched him the actual championship for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. So congratulations to him. He switched teams halfway through the season, too. Yeah. So not a bad deal there. And Tyler Carpenter picking up the win in the Steel Block Late Models on Saturday at Eldora.
Yeah, we never did hear the whole story behind him switching teams.
There was this kind of, oh, yeah, he's driving for a new team. Okay, cool.
Yep, he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, here, we'll hire him, and then he starts winning again. So, yeah.
Sandusky Speedway was in action this past weekend. J.J. Hines picked up the win in the Must See Racing Midwest Light Series, also winning the championship there in the Must See Racing Midwest Light Series. Dylan Napier picked up the win in the Compacts. Did you hear something?
I did.
Did you?
That wasn't me.
No, I know. I think I know what that is. Nah, I'm not going to do that, Dave, but that's all right. See,
all
yeah,
right.
Dave sees what we see now.
Oh.
The Facebook. That's why he's supposed to be monitoring the Facebook broadcast itself too for those, so he can see the names. Sorry, that was
Forgot where you were?
no, it was just nobody really cares about that. So, stop being. I am okay. So you're good, all good. I did. Dylan Napier won in the open compacts. They ran open compacts at Sandusky. Not open like the compacts were open, but open roll compacts there at Sandusky.
Open rules, yep.
High Tech Speedway Toowoomba down in Australia Saturday night. Chris Corbett picking up the win. The V8 Dirt Modifieds. Brody Boss. That's a cool name. The winner in the modified sedans. Murray Dieth in the production sedans. Matt Hardy picking up the AMCA win. And Keith Blath in the Lightning Sprints. Murray Bridge Speedway Saturday night. Martin Hawson picking up the win in the modifieds. Heath Thorne, your street stock winner, and Tyson Martin, winner in wingless sprints. Oh, we also had V6 sprints. Nick Hall picking up the win there. And Lachlan Brown winning in the junior sedans. Perth Motoplex Saturday. Jamie Oldfield, name we never hear.
Yeah, one of the old fields.
Picking up the win in the late models. Ryan Newton, your sprint car winner. Brendan Wedge, wingless sprint winner, and Keenan Fleming in the speed cars. So
I guess they opened to about 7,000 people in the
at Perth?
grandstands. Yes.
So racing season underway now down under in Australia as we begin to wrap things up here in the States, wherever we are. World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars. I read comments while I'm trying to talk. My brain just goes,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying anymore. World of Outlaw, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, Federated Auto Parts, Route 66 Showdown, Friday night. Aaron Reitzel picking up the win there. And then Saturday, our buddy Kofoid picking up another World of Outlaw sprint car win.
He's been pretty hot.
He's had a great year.
The last half of this year especially.
NASCAR action, Xfinity Series at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Ambetter Health 305. AJ Allmendinger picking up the win there. Cup Series action on Sunday. Joey Logano, your South Point 400 winner at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So he's actually gets a spot in the Championship 4 now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
After backing his way into the final 8, I guess.
Right.
Championship 8 after the cutoff from the previous week after Alex Bowman got DQ'd for being too light. Too light at the scales. If it was going across Eldora, the little light wouldn't have turned
and
green.
you know, that's still controversial. The internet is
17 pounds, I think I saw, is what
and
he was
the
like.
internet's still lit up over that.
Are they? Okay.
Why don't you mention to our listeners how to get that Facebook user off of our screen?
I don't have the link up.
Oh, okay.
It's too much work. I don't like to ask our listeners to work too hard. That's why Dave is monitoring the actual Facebook where you can see the names.
I know.
You're missing out on the names. So
yeah, some of those.
You want to know who loves the diecast model on the studio desk?
Yeah.
Facebook user, obviously. Dave could probably tell us because he's watching the actual.
Yeah.
We could actually put Facebook or another computer here just to monitor for the Facebook comments.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We'll work
Make
on,
it more
we'll work on
complicated.
that
Make it a
for the
little
next
more
show.
complicated.
Yeah, eat up some more bandwidth. Why not? It's fun stuff. Other notes, Formula One in action in the United States down at the Circuit of Americas in Texas. It was the Pirelli United States Grand Prix. And Charles Leclerc picking up the win in that on Sunday afternoon. It's like Formula One and NASCAR were up against each other.
Yeah.
And football. I was flipping through there was like the Browns on one channel, you had the Lions on another channel.
How the Browns do, Scott?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay. You want to talk about the Lions?
Sure. Wait, they won, didn't they?
Yes, yes, they did. They played 3 great quarters of football.
You know how many great quarters of football the Browns have played this year?
None, right?
Maybe one. Yeah.
Fortunately, the 3 quarters that they showed up for were pretty successful.
Well, I'm glad there was other things to watch on Sunday afternoon, such as the Formula One race,
and
the Cup races.
I was switching back and forth between my recents.
Okay. Coming up, we'll be talking with Carter Murday. Looks like he's standing by there in the green room. Before we get to him, got to mention freeze frame photos for all your racing photo needs, from action shots to victory lane, custom print magnets, can koozies, tumblers, and other gift items, including 2025 calendars. Now's the time to pick out their 13 photos that you want to use for your 2025 calendars. He makes custom calendars.
12 months plus a freebie.
Plus January, yeah.
A freebie.
So a good thing if you're a driver and you got some sponsors you want to get some swag out to, get with Charlie there. He can hook you up. Give him a call.
Or if you've got a loved one that...
Christmas gifts, yeah.
Yeah.
Race fans.
They're cool.
They are pretty cool. And you can use them all year. Call Charlie, 419-407-6994. Freeze frame photos, special moments frozen in time, and Ron Miller race cars. Right there in Lambertville, Michigan. He's last time I was up at the shop, only had one vehicle in there that you were working on, right?
And we've got one on the surface plate, a new car.
A new car.
Yeah.
734-856-7223. He's got race cars, parts, safety equipment, service, trailer repair, right? Eventually.
Yeah, one of these days.
One of these days. Hey, I found out
that one's going to take some motivation.
Okay, I found out somebody else that does it. If you want to pass on that, yeah, another racer.
Really?
Someone you know, actually.
Really?
Yeah. We'll talk after the show.
Okay.
You can tell me the direction I can go in that. How about we bring our first guest in? Let's see, we got it right here. Carter Murday, how are you?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Hey, wonderful.
Let me get rid of some of the stuff here. There we go. Congratulations, late model champion for 2024 at Oakshade Raceway. How does winning this late model championship compare to winning the Sportsman championship a couple of years ago?
Definitely means a little more, but just as special.
Okay. So what does it mean to you, I guess, to add your name to the list of Oakshade Raceway late model track champions? I believe Ron Miller's. How many times is your name on that list?
Twice.
Twice, okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's some other big names on there.
Oh, yeah.
And now Carter Murday is in that same company. I mean,
Yeah.
has that sunk in yet?
Yeah, definitely didn't think we'd be getting it that quick, but definitely after our rookie season, definitely got the idea that we could get one pretty quick, and then we shot for it this year and actually gave it an honest run and was lucky enough to come out with it.
Well, and it's quite a commitment to be there ready to race every week, not just show up.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely, well, I can't say we. My dad, he definitely was a big part of getting it this year, because there's multiple times where I just wanted to stop on this season, because definitely kind of been struggling a little bit compared to last season's, but we just stayed at it and kept trucking.
I'd hate to see how well you did if you weren't struggling and you won the championship.
Yeah, we just kept missing redraws, and Oakshade redraw is pretty big. So if you're not starting up front, usually you can't be up front at the end. But we got a lot of seconds, so that was good. That kind of kept us in it and kept us moving along there.
Definitely very consistent. Was your plan at the outset of the season to go for the championship, or did you kind of just ease into that? It was like, hey, we're up front and maybe we should stay there.
Yeah, when we made our sponsor, like looking for sponsors over the winter, that was our plan. We said that we was going to go for the championship, and then everybody, well, a lot of your top contenders was going out on that Ironman series, and definitely thought that it would be a pretty realistic thing that we could go for. So that's why we kind of stuck with it.
Did you have any thoughts of trying to follow the Ironman series tour as well?
Definitely not. We just we don't got the big enough checkbook to go out there, but it would have been fun. They just got a lot of motor eater tracks on that circuit, so definitely couldn't do that.
One of our listeners wants to know how you got the nickname Catfish.
Just always down by the tires, I guess. And then they started calling me a bottom feeder. Then Catfish got brought up in it, and then just kind of stuck, I guess. Yep.
And the tires bite you at all this year?
They did, the birthday race.
No.
I kind of got a little bit of help, but they got me. And I went through a couple bumpers. I kind of nicked them, but they didn't bite. They didn't bite too bad.
There's guys that are good enough that they can move the tires in.
Yeah,
they
move
know
them out of the way.
They know where that corner is. They just brush them a little bit, and they can get them out of the way.
Shields is a real good one for that.
Yep.
So last year, your rookie year in the late models, you had 3 feature wins. This year, no feature wins. Going for the championship, did you have a different mindset? Were you okay finishing second a few of those times, or did you feel like maybe you weren't pushing it quite as hard as you would have?
At the beginning of the season, absolutely. I was thrilled to get just seconds, but at the end of the season, I was starting to get a little more hungry and kept on trying, but just kept on coming up a little bit short.
Old racing adage, Scott, to finish first you have to finish.
Yes.
That's it.
So let's see here. Did you have, like we mentioned, the second full year in a late model, you kind of mentioned it a little earlier that you didn't think you would have a championship quite this soon. What do you think has led to being so successful in the late model? Was it because you were so successful coming off of the Sportsman? Did that help out?
I definitely think that it does help starting out in your lower classes and working up when you feel like you're did everything in that class that you can, and then you move up. I think it does help, and definitely just everybody that helps us out, like Chris Keller, Rusty, everybody that just tries to help and make us a little bit faster every week.
It also probably helps that you get help from fast people.
Yep. Hang with the fast people, belong with the fast people.
Is that one of Rusty's chassis?
Yeah, we got that. I'm pretty sure whatever year we won our Sportsman championship, we got it that year, and it's still the same car.
Okay.
Nice. So what are the plans for next season? Are you gonna try and defend the title? Maybe
Lucas Oil.
Go Lucas Oil, World of Outlaws. What's the plans?
Definitely not. I'm really just wanting to get the motor freshed up and kind of tweak with some things. Try to get back a little bit faster and competitive like we was the year prior, and try to win some races. But I'd like to travel a little bit more and not really be tied down. I don't like points racing, but my dad's always wanted a championship, so we got his too. So now we can go have fun and just I'd like to go down to West Virginia and just race some of those tracks. I really like those, so just kind of pick and choose where we want to race and when we want to race.
Did you make it over to Attica at all this year?
We did, but I don't know, something about that track. We always just a top 10 car. We can't break the top 5 over there.
That's a track that the drivers either love it or they hate it.
Definitely gonna have to get more seat time to be able to be good over there.
Talk to Rusty. He seems to know how to get around. Kyle Moore might be better after this year.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was on the hot streak.
How about Montpelier this weekend?
We already are getting our motor out to go get it
Okay.
refreshed. We was kind of running out of laps there at the end of the season, and so at the end of the season, we was trying to just be cautious with it and try to make it last. That's why we didn't go to Fremont. I was really wanting to go to that one too.
So next year.
Next year, for sure.
Next year with a fresh motor. We'll see him in different places. Who do you have to thank for helping you out this year? Sponsors, crew?
Lila Daycares, Ben's Bump Shop, Linda's Diner, Lightning Quick Gas and Go. Let's see here. Let Us Deck You Out Deckings out of Adrian. And then Chris Keller, Rusty Swink with Domination Race Cars. And then, of course, my dad. I couldn't do it without him.
There you go. Well, congratulations. You are the 2024 Oakshade Raceway late model track champion, Carter Murday.
Like to be talking to you the end of October next year.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
with a few more wins, though, right?
Absolutely.
A couple
Definitely
W's.
got to get a couple more.
All right, Carter. We'll see you racing next year.
Thanks, Carter.
Thank you. See you guys.
Yeah. There you go. Carter Murday, your 2024 late model track champion. Let's move right along into our Sportsman track champion. Got Ryan Davis standing by. Ryan, how's it going?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Congratulations to you. You kind of got the championship in a dominating style. 7 feature wins this year. You had a big point lead. What do you attribute your dominance in the Sportsman class this year to?
A lot of luck and just the grind of making sure everything throughout the week is ready for the weekend. Because if you don't have it ready, then something breaks, and we've been fortunate with that. And my dad and my brother are huge help with that. They're pretty much in the garage till about 9 o'clock every night.
So a lot of hard work.
Basically, yeah. And then make sure you just do all the small things.
So, did you do anything different this year than you did the year prior?
No. We were just messing around with a little bit of setup at the beginning of the year. And then once we found the setup where it worked for me and the track and everything worked out, then that's when we started doing a little better towards the end of the year.
So what does it mean to you to now be a track champion? And did you ever think that you would be a track champion at Oakshade?
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be a track champion. It's still crazy to think that I get to drive one of these cars every Saturday.
And any thoughts of putting the big tires on it soon?
Yeah, we won't be running Sportsman next year. We're gonna switch to late models. We got our motors down at Chuck Noonan's right now getting worked on. That should be done pretty soon, and we'll have that in the car and ready for next season.
So you're going to be competing with Carter then again?
Yeah. I love racing with him.
I'm not sure what this means, but somebody says you look different when you're not sitting in the race car.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be a good idea to wear the helmet for the podcast.
Okay, so which of those 7 wins that you had this year, you had 6 of them that were for championship points. Which of those wins means the most to you?
Probably the one, I think it was my second to last win where I started 6th. And I had probably 20 to 30 friends that had never been to the track down they were there. So it was pretty special to win and not starting on the pole. I got pretty lucky. I think 4 of the races I got to start on the pole.
Having a lot of friends there, that makes a pretty good photo op.
Oh yeah. It took probably a half hour to get everybody's pictures.
That's okay.
It also puts the pressure on you to put on a show, and it sounds like you did that, starting 6.
Yeah, and I mean, it's always fun being able to race. I mean, I'm not saying it's not fun starting out in the front and finishing first, but getting to pass guys and getting to race with people, it's definitely a lot more fun. And then when you have more fans in the stands than usual, it just makes it a little sweeter.
So what was the craziest thing that happened to you this past season?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Pretty smooth season.
I broke a oil pump belt in the heat race, and then had quite a few people that came to our aid because we were ready to just say, nah, it's going to be too much to change. And then they started ripping the transmission out and got that out and got it changed and got me back in the feature.
Wow. So
that was probably the craziest.
And you had a
one.
spare belt with you?
No, actually, we had to borrow one from Devin Shields.
Oh, all right.
He loaned us one.
Did you give it back when you were done?
We tried. We ended up buying him a new one, though.
So I guess we already kind of talked about your plans for next season, going full-time late model then?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. You gonna run for the championship at Oakshade? Are you gonna
we're
spread
probably
around?
We're probably gonna bounce around. I mean, points racing, I mean, that's tough, but it's nice to be able to jump to other tracks if, you want to, or if I need to go on vacation or if there's something going on.
So it might be one of those deals where you see how the first few races go, and if you're up there in points, then maybe you'll go for the championship.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Well, I don't remember which smart racer it was that once told me, but if you don't want to race for a championship, sit out for the first 2 weeks.
That's a good point.
Was that you?
Well, actually, the first time I heard it was from Oakshade Raceway's tech inspector, Harold Cook.
Okay. So I don't anticipate you're going to be sitting out the first 2 weeks, though.
No, I'll be too antsy to get back in the car by then.
So what do you do during the off season to keep yourself busy?
Just work and work on the race car. That's about it.
That's all. That's what life is, Scott.
Yeah. I wish I had something cool to tell you about, but no, that's pretty boring.
So, I mean, what else do you have to do to the car before it's ready to go late model racing next year?
Oh, well, we got the motor out, and then we're just going to go over the chassis, check for any cracks, and kind of clean everything up. And then we got to put the new motor in, the oil system, and get everything hooked up, and then make sure, everything's good to go for the start of the season.
And who all would you like to thank for helping you out this year?
I have to thank my dad and my brother. They're the ones that work on the car, every night. And then all my sponsors, Waltz Concrete, F&W, that's where we get our motor done, or our Sportsman motor. And then Chris Keller, CCR, he helps out a lot. Okay. And then Green Borders is where I work. Who am I forgetting? Foster's Concrete, shopangryduck.com. That's where we got our wrap done. And then just all the fans that, support throughout the year.
Where is it you work?
Green Borders. It's a landscaping company.
All right.
Okay. I wasn't sure what that was. Any thoughts of running the Ironman series next year, or is that a little too big of a bite?
I don't know if we'll run the series. We were talking about maybe hitting a race that makes sense, one of the closer ones, but
sure.
we probably won't run the series.
Okay. If Pennsboro runs next year, would you go down there and run that big track?
I'm open for anything. That's my dad and my brother. They want to go. Yep, I'll go. I get to drive, so I'm the lucky one.
So I guess Dean gave us an update here in qualifying. Devin Moran is fastest, second Bobby Pierce, third Nick Hoffman. Who, as far as late model drivers, are there any late model drivers that's your favorite?
I mean, you can't go wrong with old Catfish. I love watching him race, but like the ones you get to watch on TV, I love watching Bobby. Bobby Pierce is, Ricky Thornton. He's another guy that they're very entertaining to watch.
All right. Well, congratulations on the championship. And only two. How many years have you run the Sportsman?
This is my third year.
Third year. Okay. So 3 years, and now you're switching gears and going late model racing. How long do you anticipate that you'll be doing that?
Oh,
As long as you can.
As long as the money holds out, I guess.
All right. Well, congratulations on the 2024 Sportsman Track Championship, Mr. Ryan Davis.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you.
All right. Ryan Davis right there. Here, switch around so I can look over that way.
Yeah.
I saw a message here from, where is it? From
Gold
Gold
Racing.
Racing, yeah. Wants to put up,
In addition to,
large specialty pizza. We'll have the gift card at Ron's for tomorrow for pickup. Okay. So, second, large specialty pizza is what we're giving away, in addition to the large one-topping pizza.
right.
I had Mazza's pizza for dinner last Saturday.
Did you?
Yeah, I was on that side of town. I would have offered you some, but I was on that side of town, so.
Thanks, Scott.
It was good.
I know it was good.
Jarrett Rendel will be our next guest. He is the 2024 Superstock Track Champion. We'll talk to him in just a minute. First, got to mention Victory Fuel, the flavored electrolyte water that is free of artificial coloring, no caffeine, no carbonation, and it's got a full load of electrolytes, 120% of your daily vitamins. It is the choice of many teams on race day to stay properly hydrated. Contact local sales representative Tanya Conley for track concessions and for business wholesale inquiries. You can order online as well. If you can't make it out to racetrack, or I think Dwayne has them at his Napa store. I know Craig has them. He sells them wherever his Dittman Motorsports truck is. So, there's places that I think. Does Roots Poultry have it?
Poultry,
Okay, I was thinking,
yes.
I wasn't sure.
Nope, for sure.
Roots Poultry over in Fremont has it. So, it's getting out there. But you can order online as well at drinkvictory.com, and you can use discount code Conley Racing, CONLEY Racing, and all one word. You'll get 10% off, I believe.
And it'll get delivered to your door?
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
cool.
they get... I guess they get like a cut or something for
Sure.
It helps fund the Conley race team there. And right now, as I mentioned, I guess online you can't order the throttle punch. It's going to be
You can probably
order. It's going to be about 2 weeks
Be
before they get
back-ordered.
their supply. Yeah. So there you go. And they have the 3 lovely flavors: Purple Potion, Lucky Lemon, and the original throttle punch.
Yeah.
Which I am enjoying. So
James David concurs.
the pizza is good. Had some on Sunday. Congratulations. I think he won some, didn't he?
Ooh, I hope so.
But,
Maybe hopefully he goes back on yeah.
That's the whole point. Go there and mention Hammer Down Racing Report.
Yeah.
And they might get confused and give you free pizza. Don't confuse them. That would be mean. Let's bring on our next guest, Jarrett Rendel. Are you there, Jarrett?
Hello, Jarrett.
Hello, Jarrett. Well, the mic's not muted.
He was there, right?
Well, I don't know. It says Jarrett Rendel, and all we're seeing is black. Jarrett, can you, if you can hear me, give us a call on that number that I had sent you in the message there. We can do it over the phone. There we go. He just disappeared. So we'll get Jarrett Rendel here in just a minute. Also coming up, Jason Deshler, your compact champion. He was all excited too. He's genuinely excited to win that championship. I'm looking forward to talking to him here in a little bit as well. I guess while we wait for Jarrett, we can bust out a little bit of our racing news. Don't forget, coming up, we have How Many, your chance to win a Mazda's Pizza. Plus, we're going to give away a paid for it. Good. Going to give away an extra Mazda specialty pizza. So
I hear the phone
you
ringing.
too. I guess I could have called him. I have his number too. I didn't think about that. Jarrett Rendel.
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
Good. Scott Hammer, Ron Miller. Could you hear us?
I can hear you guys, but apparently I'm not very good with technology like most people.
Well, that's all right. You're good with the race car, apparently. Winning the track championship there in the Super Stocks. And I was looking, when I was doing the prep for this, I found this hard to believe with your dad, Bob Rendel, Jake Rendel. There's a lot of Rendels that have raced at Oakshade, but you were the first to earn an Oakshade track championship.
Wow.
What does that mean to you? And do you get bragging rights in the Rendel family?
No, because we don't usually brag about that stuff to each other. We've all won them at Butler and stuff like that. So, I mean, it felt really good. We sort of set a goal at the beginning of the year, and my dad and brother helped me achieve that goal. So, I mean, super appreciative of that. So I don't really say much, because if it wasn't for either one of them, I wouldn't even been able to get it. So
it's more like a family effort then.
Yes, it's always been me, my brother, and my dad, and that's basically been it. So if my dad won or Jake won or I won, it wasn't it was a we.
Gotcha.
So.
And Jake's been running the late model, and this season he was running Super Stocks quite a bit as well. You guys share a lot of knowledge back and forth when you're competing head-to-head?
Oh, yeah, especially what was nice was he would always get to go run the late model feature. So he would come in and be like, this is what it's like in 1 and 2, and this is what 3 and 4 is like. Watch out for this, watch out for that. So that advice was always super helpful, so it was definitely an advantage, I would say.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because that track definitely changes quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. You like racing with your brother?
Oh, I love it.
And I'm sure you just move over and let him go, right?
No, usually this year we'd always say, like, let's go race. Let's race each other. So, I mean, that's what's always fun, because if one person lets the other person do the other, it's not that fun, because I love racing with my dad and brother. That back when my dad used to race, those are memories that you'll never make again and never be able to ever get back, so
absolutely.
It was pretty cool. I loved it.
So you've been racing for quite a while. Am I boring you, Ron? You're over there yawning. You've been racing for quite a while. What was different about this season that made it a championship season for you?
Well, basically the car. This was the best handling car that I have ever drove, and that's usually most of the time what it's about. If you can get around the track faster than some of the other people, obviously you're going to do pretty good, So
was this a new car then for this year?
No, it was the same one we got last year that I ran half a season with last year. I never even won an A-main until we got this car, and that was the birthday race last year and then a feature later on in the year. So
I'd say you've come upon some right combination with that car. I wouldn't mess with it too much.
No, it's actually, I mean, some people knew this and some people didn't. That's James Scouts' car from 2013 when he won all them races in a championship.
Oh, wow.
I drove that car in one of those old celebrity charity races.
Wow.
Yeah, I dented up the side once.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could have announced it that race.
You did, I think. That is definitely a fast car. That explains a lot. Whatever happened to Jim Scout?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he
just retired.
One of them things, he raced and retired, and he had kids and started doing the whole, the family thing. So.
Gotcha. Well, let's talk back a little bit about the championship here. Going into championship night, folks in Noonan not too far behind you in the points. Did you have any doubts going into that final night of into the championship night that you were going to be the champion?
Not necessarily doubts, but just nervousness. All day I was nervous, and then I drew a decent number, and then my niece, Jason Deshler's daughter, she went up with Jennifer, and they drew me the 1. So that actually really helped out. When you can start up front,
Oh yeah.
on a track like it was that night, it was like just go out and so that's what really helped was the good numbers. If I would have drew crappy numbers, I probably would have been a lot more nervous than what I already was. So.
Well, you went out and led flag to flag in the championship feature. So, I mean, that must have been pretty cool to win the feature and the championship on the same night.
Oh, yeah. That was probably one of the greatest nights ever in my life. I ain't even going to lie.
Awesome.
So it was pretty cool, and that'll be a night that I'll never forget. So
what do you have on tap for next year?
Well, we haven't really talked about it a whole lot. Me and my brother have very little. We might just go race around, see what's out there. We actually race quite a bit, Fridays and Saturdays up north in Michigan, and they run a pro stock class, and all we would have to do is get a different set of tires, and I can run that car as a pro stock. So we might do a little bit of that stuff, maybe. Not real sure yet. So
there's a chance you may stick around and defend the title, but there's also a chance you might not.
I'm probably going to say about 99% no, because as good as a championship feels points racing, sometimes it's not that fun. You go out and you run second or third and you come in and you're not even happy. You're like, well, I had a good points night, but you're not excited like you would normally be, on other instances. So it's sort of, one of them things.
Gotcha. Any chance Jake let you run the late model?
He asked me all the time. I ran late models before a couple years back in the day, and I mean that's a fun class, but that's one of them ones where that's sort of the best of the best, and you got to be perfect every single lap. And I mean, that's one of them things. I did it for a couple years, and it was fun, and I'm fine with not really doing it anymore. I don't care.
Okay.
So
other than your family, who do you have to thank for helping you out this year and getting that championship?
Well, BK Products. They usually give us money for tires every year for both the cars. So, I mean, tires are important, and my dad doing all the stuff he does, and my brother helping out with everything he does, and that's basically it. Like I said, it's always been me and my dad and my brother. Oh, I better thank my mom. She makes us lunch every Friday and Saturday because we always go racing. So she's always making us lunch and making sure we're fed and ready to go to the races and all that stuff. So I better give a shout out to her also.
Absolutely. Well, good luck on whatever you decide to do for next season. If you decide to go race up north with the pro stocks or whatever. And congratulations once again on a great season at Oakshade and picking up that Super Stock Track Championship.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and thanks for having me on your show. I appreciate it a lot.
Not a problem. Tell Jake and your dad that I said hello.
I definitely will. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Thanks, Jarrett.
All right. Bye.
Bye. There you go. Jarrett Rendel, your 2024 Oakshade Raceway track champion in the Super Stock class. Coming up next, we should be speaking with Jason Deshler. I hope he didn't forget. Let's I gotta find
your itinerary.
There he is. I had the message here. Make sure we get him in. Again, coming up, we're going to be giving away some Maz's Pizza. Hopefully, we get him back in here. Yeah, I just see Dave sitting there on the couch watching his racing. So again, Jason Deshler, your compact feature winner. We should be talking to him in just a bit. Before we do that, though, or while we wait on him, let's move ahead and do some of that news here. Make sure I gave him my number, too. Okay, yeah, we're good. Now I'm on the link watching. Where is he? How come I don't see him here? This is producing and doing the show at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll get him on the phone here since he's not showing up on our thing. All right. Just making sure I'm not missing him. Nope. I don't know. Weird. All right. Well, we'll wait for Jason to call us here. In the meantime, I'll mention that I can't talk about news until I do the news thing, right?
Latest racing news.
There, now we can. Flow Sports and the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series have entered into a multi-year extension to keep Flow Racing as the exclusive streaming partner, and we'll talk more about that in a second. Hey, Hammer Down Racing Report. Is this Jason?
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
Good.
Hey, Jason.
We didn't see you for some reason. I'm not sure what was going on.
That's all right.
All right. Well, we got you this way. Jason Deshler, your 2024 compact track champion at Oakshade Raceway. Now, before we get too far here, you told me that you never in your life thought you would ever win a championship when I was talking to you to get you on the show here. Why would you say that?
That's really not something. I don't know. It's weird. I don't put the money into the car that a lot of guys put into their cars. And I do put in the effort. I just don't put in the money because I don't have it to put in. But there's guys that put way more time and money into their cars that are more deserving of it. I just happened to get lucky this year, and the past few years I've been pretty lucky.
Determination means a whole lot.
There you go.
Yeah, well, like I told you a few years ago at the banquet, when I finished second, there was still one more spot I wanted, but it took a few years, but I got there.
You definitely got there. Has it set in that you've won this track championship yet? I mean, you've had about a month to, I guess almost 2 months now to have it kind of sink in, right?
Yeah, it's still kind of surreal. Like I said, I don't understand it because I feel there's guys that are a little more deserving of it. Like the guy, Nathan Goodman Performance, he puts a buttload of work into everybody's cars, and he just seems to fall short here and there, but he's a hell of a driver and a hell of a guy.
Well, you definitely earned it. So, I mean, don't take anything away from him, man. You are the champion. When did coming into championship night, you had a pretty big point lead. At what point during the season did it kind of become real to you that you could do this? Yeah, that you could be the champion?
Honestly, with probably 5 or 6 weeks left, because I had like a 30-point lead or something like that, and then I had a really good night. I won the heat race and the feature and jumped up to like a 90-point lead. And there I was a lot more comfortable.
How did that change the way you attacked the night?
It didn't. I drive the same way no matter what.
So that the final feature, you lost a wheel. Actually, a couple cars, I believe, lost a wheel that final point, the championship night feature, I should say.
Yep.
How disappointed were you to kind of have to walk over and talk to me down there on the track after wrapping up that championship?
Honestly, not at all. That was a aftermarket part, and that was the only aftermarket part I put on the car. Everything else is factory OEM replacement parts. It barely made it through the heat race. So I knew it wasn't making it through the feature. But once I got into second, I said, screw it, I'm either going out on top or out on my top. But
So
luckily, both times that broke, I didn't roll the car.
So is it OEM for you from here on out?
Oh yeah, it always has been. I just couldn't get one in time, so I bought a advanced auto parts replacement, and it lasted 6 laps.
Oh boy.
So other than losing the wheel there in the championship feature, is there any one night that sticks out as being more memorable from this past season? Maybe the night when you realized that you actually had a decent shot at getting the championship?
Yeah, there's not really one night in particular. It was just, I think it was the whole season altogether was just awesome for me. But like I said, I had a lot of support from the guys in the compact class, because there's a bunch of them that are willing to help you out, loan you parts, just to get you to race.
And you are usually one of you're usually right up there amongst the leaders. You got 3 feature wins this year, so definitely a good season for you.
Yeah, not bad at all for a Dalton McVeigh $75 barn find special.
So that's all
that's all that's in that motor. It's all stock. I got the motor and transmission for $150, split it apart, put the motor in, and won a championship on it.
That just goes to show money doesn't always buy championships. Ron, what is it you always tell me? How fast you want to go?
Speed costs money. How fast do you want to go?
So he's an example of where that's not true.
Watch it, Scott.
Well, there's a few people down there, a couple drivers that can tell you this. They've told me that I make shit faster than it needs to be. So, but it's always been stock. Everything with me is just kind of, everything is factory OEM. Motors are stock. It does have a tuned computer in it, but everybody's got at least that. But I put my foot on the floor and don't let off.
Gotcha. James Stamper says congratulations. He had a blast racing with you, and suit up. We're going to Waynesfield this weekend. Are you going? Are you done racing for the year? Or?
Yes, I am. The car is shut down, and we're looking at downsizing on the house. So we're trying to get this thing sold and get out in the country somewhere. So car shut down for the year, and hopefully get some work done to it next year.
And so the 25 season looks like more of the same.
Yeah, as of right now, my initial thought process was, if I win this championship and I'm financially able to, I was going to move up to a Sportsman. But with everything going on, I just can't afford to do that. So, yeah, I'm gonna race my butt off like I always do and attempt to repeat next year. But like I said, there's a lot of guys down there that work their butts off and deserve it just as much as I do. So
you'd skip over the super stocks and go straight to a Sportsman?
Yeah, I've run back when they were bombers. I run the super stocks, and it was a lot of fun. My car was nowhere near competitive. It was back when we had C and D mains.
Oh, those were the days.
I mean, I made a couple of B mains with them, with the Monte Carlo that Rendel's let me drive for them when I was turning wrenches and fitting for them. But I had a lot of fun doing that. Just, it's getting too expensive. And if I can put that much money in a bomber, I might as well stuff it in a Sportsman and go have fun and play.
There you go. I don't think there's a lot of OEM parts on the Sportsman, though.
Oh, no. I know that. I'm bound to break more stuff, too, but they may actually be set up for more of my driving style.
Okay. So who do you have to thank, sponsors, crew members, for helping you out this year?
Well, first of all, the guys I forgot to thank when you interviewed me championship night, and that would be Nathan Goodman and Goodman Performance.
Nate's a
like
good
I
guy.
said, we got that motor and transmission 3 days before the season started, and he got it in the car for me. He helps me out with anything I need. I mean, he works on probably 25 of the compacts down there at least.
Yep.
So,
There's a lot of Goodmans in compacts.
oh yeah, yep, and they're all good guys. All of them help you out if they can. But other than that, Robert Emerson at Emerson Concrete came on board and helped me out a little bit this year, along with Billy Brown and Bill Brown at DK Products and BA Racing Customs. But other than that, it was just all me and the guys that helped me out, Rendels. They let me use their trailer every week and use the shop anytime I need to. So,
Well, your green car was you made it look very fast.
yeah, it's not bad for stock against some of them guys, huh?
Well, congratulations, Jason Deshler, on a great 2024 season again, picking up the 2024 track championship in the compacts. And we look forward to seeing you next year, be it in a compact or a Sportsman.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure it'll probably be the compact again, unless some miracle happens.
Well,
So,
it looks like you got a lot of the other racers you race against enjoy racing against you. So even though you beat them it's for the championship, I'm sure they'll be glad to be racing with you again next year.
yeah, it's man, I try to treat everybody I race against with respect, and no matter how young or old they are, try to help out anybody I can. So especially the younger guys, they're the next generation of this. So if I can give them a little bit of knowledge on how to drive the car or set the car up, every car is different, every driver's different, but a little bit of knowledge from everybody helps out a lot.
Absolutely. Well, Jason, we got to move on here, and again, congratulations on the championship.
All right, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Ron. I really appreciate you guys.
Good luck next year, whatever you do.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you.
All right, you guys have a good night.
You too.
You bet.
Bye.
Jason Deshler, your 2024 compact track champion, and I believe everybody, all those and the top 10 in points and all the award winners will be at Oakshade Race. Well, they won't be at Oakshade Raceway, but they'll be at the Oakshade Raceway Awards Gathering, which I forgot to mention this a little earlier. There's no swap meet, as we mentioned before, this year. We're past swap meet time about now anyways, due to scheduling conflicts. But the awards gathering for Oakshade Raceway will be on November 23rd at the Fulton County Fairgrounds in the Fulton Buildings, the same place it was last year. That'll take place from 1 to 4. There's no charge. You don't have to buy tickets. You don't have to do anything. Just show up, get your picture taken, shake some hands, and get some hardware and maybe some cash.
Ooh.
If you're one of those in the top 10 in points, or what is the other awards? The hard chargers and
Perfect attendance.
perfect attendance. Yeah, that's right. Most improved, rookies of the year, all that stuff. They'll be doing all those awards again on November 23rd there in the Fulton Building at the Fulton County Fairgrounds. More information, you can visit oakshaderaceway.com. There you go. There's your Oakshade Raceway track champions.
Yeah. And now back to
The news.
News.
And don't forget, we will be giving away those Mazda's pizzas here in a little bit. Hashtag DCR. You don't have to put your name or anything. We got producer Dave's putting together a wheel of names with a bunch of names. Everybody that puts hashtag DCR in, and we're going to give away one of those window stickers courtesy of DCR Graphics, Hammer Down Race Report window sticker. That'll be coming up shortly after we get done with the news here. I mentioned Flow Sports partnering again with Lucas Oil as the exclusive streaming partner. As part of the agreement, Flow Racing will also serve as the series presenting sponsor with full integration and promotion across all events as the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by Flow Racing starting in 2025. So now we're making the names longer with more sponsors. Presented by Flow Racing, sponsored by Hammer Down Racing Report, supported by Mazza's Pizza. The total season-long points fund will be over $1.3 million. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series National Champion will receive an industry-leading $250,000 in 2025, while the top 5 drivers in the final standings will each earn a minimum of $100,000. The 2025 edition of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is poised to visit 25 different venues in 16 different states. The 2025 schedule features 58 events, including 23 that will boast a $25,000 or more amount.
Wow.
$25,000 or more to win.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Over a whopping $800,000 in additional A-Main purse money will be up for grabs in 2025 compared to 2024, so almost $1 million more. The purse for standalone Friday events has increased from $12,000 to $15,000, while the purse for standalone Saturday events has increased from $15,000 to $25,000. It's a little rich for my blood. Legendary Pennsboro Speedway reopens tonight, and racing action goes through Saturday night, the 26th, featuring XR Super Series ULMS late models each night. Sport mods will be on the card tonight. Modifieds will be on Friday, and just the late models then on Saturday night. And Dean's been keeping us updated there with qualifying in the comments last I saw.
I think the qualifiers won their heats.
Is that how far I've been here? Pennsboro heat winners. First heat, Devin Moran. Second heat, Bobby Pierce. Third heat, Nick Hoff. I believe those are the 3 names that were the 3 fastest in qualifying.
Yes.
Okay. So Pennsboro Speedway. It's kind of cool. Did you ever race at Pennsboro?
I haven't.
No? You ever want to? It's an interesting track. They got like a creek in the middle, and there's bridges and...
Yeah. West Virginia Motor Speedway, but never made it to Pennsboro.
Did you hear about William Swalich?
What did he do now?
He's going to be racing full-time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series next season for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Ooh.
In the number 18, he's going to make his Xfinity Series debut this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Wow.
And then full-time next year. So, pretty good. He's on his way up.
So Racing ARCA had paid dividends.
Absolutely. Hopefully he can continue his success there. Jonathan Davenport is set to return to the K&L Rumley Enterprises number 6 late model on November 2nd and 3rd in the National 100 at East Alabama Motor Speedway. He will then return to the seat of that same number 6 car on November 6th and 9th at the dirt track at Charlotte in Concord, North Carolina for the World Finals. Last time Davenport drove the number 6 Rumley car was between 2014 and 2016. 2015, he won the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Championship, along with victories in the World 100, Dirt Late Model Dream, USA Nationals, North-South 100, Show Meet 100, Prairie Dirt Classic, Jackson 100, and the World Finals. So he's had some success there. What's Kyle going to drive?
What's that season ending say about 2025?
I don't know. I wasn't sure if I should read into that or not.
I don't know.
Just said he's racing these upcoming shows a couple weeks there. So I'm sure there's more to come out of that. Frankie Muniz, he's going to race full-time in the
Malcolm in the middle.
There you go. You remember he ran ARCA full-time a couple of years ago.
Right.
I think he's been bouncing around this year, different places. He's going to run full-time in the NASCAR Truck Series in 2025. He's going to drive the number 33 F-150 for Rayom Brothers Racing. The 38-year-old has run 2 NASCAR Xfinity races with Joey Gase Motorsports this season. He posted a best finish of 30th at Phoenix Raceway. He's also run a handful of NASCAR Truck Series races this year with Rayom. However, 2025 will mark his first full-time ride in one of the 3 national series for NASCAR.
At 38 as a rookie.
Yeah. So I guess you can get things done.
That's unusual.
And I'm saying 38 is an old man. And Okay, Dale Earnhardt.
in whose life,
Yes,
Scott?
sort of moving on. Just Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Budweiser are set to reunite. Did you see a picture of his car?
Yeah.
Yeah. The famed number 8 Budweiser paint scheme is heading to the short tracks. The paint scheme will be run in limited late model stock car races this year and next year. Beyond the paint scheme, the Junior Motorsports late model will also use the famed number 8 Dale Earnhardt Jr. Will debut the car on November 23rd this year at South Carolina, in the South Carolina 400 at Florence Motor Speedway. It looks almost like his
cup car.
his old cup car, yeah.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. Nice little throwback there. John Force, he gave an update on how he is doing earlier today. Did you
I
happen to
missed
see that?
that.
Did you? Well, good thing that I have part of that clip here.
Well, thank you, Scott.
You're welcome. Here, check it.
Hi, I'm John Force, 16-time funny car champ, and boy, am I glad to be here after that crash I had in Richmond. But at the end of the day, I'm going to recover, and I'm getting better already. I was in the hospital for 4 months. I'm still working every day to get my body back in shape, but I got to get my mind back in shape. I took a pretty big hit in that crash at Richmond. And before I go, I've thanked all of you. But I want to take a minute. I want to thank my wife, Lori, and all of my daughters. And I want to thank Robert Height. They were there in Richmond, and they're the ones that set up everything that I do, every appointment. They just was trying to get me well. And it was a scary time for them, not for me. I didn't have a clue where I was at. So we're going to be okay. And right now, I'm going to do what I'm always told to do, is that go back to my office and go to work.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about returning to racing.
But there's speculation on that.
I hope he does.
I mean, he's for as grave as the situation was a few months ago, he
absolutely.
seems pretty decent there.
No, he really does, but he doesn't need to race.
Okay. You're not the boss of me or John Force.
Yeah, whatever.
Bobby Allison was officially, and you had Bobby Allison on the old Motorsports talk show, didn't you?
Yeah.
I remember that. He was officially announced the winner yesterday of a race that took place back in 1971. Did you hear about this?
I didn't.
No. NASCAR announced that he was officially the winner of this race. He was named the winner of the NASCAR Cup Series Myers Brothers Memorial at Bowman Gray Stadium for the August 6th, 1971 event. For 53 years, it was the only NASCAR Cup race that did not have an official winner. The race featured a mix of Grand National, which is now the Cup Series,
right,
as well as Grand American cars, which were smaller cars.
Right.
Allison,
Mustangs.
yeah, exactly. And Allison competed in both of those series. So for this race, he chose to run his smaller car, which was indeed a Ford Mustang. In that, which smaller car and a small track, winning combination. Yeah. So he won that. I guess that's why there was controversy on that, and nobody was officially declared the winner
You
until
couldn't give a cup race to
a Mustang.
Right. Well, you can now.
Well, you can now. Yeah. Well, they were littler back then, but
maybe that's why.
So with the win, Allison now has 85 wins and is only behind Richard Petty, David Pearson, and Jeff Gordon in all-time wins. So pretty cool. And finally, I have somebody asked me if the Hangover race at Sandusky Speedway was happening this year.
Oh yeah,
I've got confirmation. Yes, no doubts there. Hangover race will be happening at Sandusky Speedway.
Dean Henry says Kyle is out
of the Rumbly number 6.
Right.
I'm sure he could probably find another ride.
Or buy one.
Or that.
Or buy the series.
Yeah.
He did that too.
Oh, you know what I haven't uploaded? I didn't upload our Hammer Down hotline graphic.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No Hammer Down hotline calls this week, so that's a good thing, I guess. But if you do want to leave a message on the Hammer Down hotline,
it's 419-318-3081.
That sounds right.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's get to some pizza giveaways.
Yes, two of them.
Two of them, yes. First up.
Well, actually won this week, right? No.
Well, we're doing 2. I guess we'll do 2
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to do the other one, though. Well, let's do our normal thing, and then we'll figure it out.
We'll eliminate one.
We
and
could do,
spin it again.
Or we could hashtag Mazas. Make. Hey, Dave!
No. No.
He's moving. No, we're not going to make him hashtag Mazas. No.
We can spin it twice, can't we?
We can, but I only have, there's only 4 names on here of people that guessed
that's
correctly
cool.
from that. Okay, we'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. That works. So, how
many?
Had to do that first. Last week's how many was the winning car number of Saturday night's Lucas Oil Late Model World Championship main event, and it was not the 49 that I had picked.
No, it wasn't. It was a
No,
much lower number.
it was a 32.
Yeah.
So I had picked 49. You picked 30 or 48 because that covered you for everything below
yeah.
that. So you are the studio winner. Congratulations. Our listener winners, we actually had 3 people choose 32.
Ooh.
Doug Frost, Scott Bowen, and John Young. But Dean had pointed out, he'd questioned that there should have been a wheel spin last week for someone's guess, which I looked back through the all the entries for last
Right.
week's and found that they had guessed a different number than what Dean had thought they had. And I did find, though, that I did miss Skylar Hovis, who should have been on the wheel last week.
So he's on this week's wheel.
Or she, I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, yes, Skylar Hovis will be included. So we'll have 4 names on this. So we're going to have 2 winners. I think we can do this. I think, I don't know if there's a way. Maybe we'll take, that's what we'll do. We'll take the winning name off and spin the wheel twice. So we got 4 winners here, or 4 people that are going to be on the Mazza's Pizza wheel. And again,
and half of them are going to walk
half
away
of them
with
are,
the
yes,
pizza.
yes, half of it's like a pizza sliced in 4 pieces.
Yeah.
And 2 of those pieces are good for a free pizza. The first one's going to be for the regularly scheduled 1 large, 1 item pizza, courtesy of Mazza's Pizza over there in Point Place. Pretty easy to get to, too.
It is.
Yeah. So
well worth the drive.
It is, especially if you're on that side of town. Definitely worth the drive. So here we go. Here we go for the first win for the large 1 topping. You have 30 days to claim your pizza.
30 days. Ooh. Looks like
It's going to be Doug Frost. He thinks he just won recently, too. So congratulations, Doug Frost. You are the winner of the large 1 item. Now...
What if you had clicked remove?
Oh, shoot, I should have. I could also just do it this way. So now we're down to 3 pieces in the Mazza's Pizza wheel. Did I get rid of the right name? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Here, courtesy of Goad Racing, a large specialty pizza. And this will actually be a gift card you'll have to pick up from Ron Miller Race Cars.
That's it.
But I'm guessing it's probably good for more than 30 days, too. So here we go.
Oh, but if you don't buy,
if you don't pick it up, Ron's going to keep it.
I
And use
get it.
There you go. There, 30 days to pick it up from Ron's. Scott Bowen, Skylar Hovis, John Young. Here we go for a large specialty pizza from Mazza's Stone-Fired Pizzas. Skylar Hovis.
There we go.
There you go. So,
The Hovis family's been on a winning streak.
yes, they have. So they get the gift card then, courtesy of Goad Racing for Mazza's Pizza. And again, if you didn't know, Goad Racing and Mazza's have a little partnership there, as Mazza's a sponsor on Bradley Goad's car, or truck, I should say. How do I get rid of that now?
I don't know.
Here we go. There. So there's a couple pizzas we just
We're
busted
back.
up. We are back. And now a chance to win a pizza for next week. We're going to go with the Montpelier thing. Montpelier Speedway's running late models on Saturday.
Right.
So this week's How Many question and chance to win a large 1-item pizza, courtesy of Mazza's Pizza, is how many late models are they going to have Saturday night at Montpelier Speedway? Monster Mash.
I
Yeah,
know
you
I've
have
gotta
to guess
go-
first.
I've
So
gotta
if
go first.
you want me to stall a little bit for you?
No, I'm fine because I was just going to throw out there that weather won't be a factor. So
We got the weekend weather pit stop spoiler. Okay. So if you want a chance to win a free pizza courtesy of Mazda's, just put in your guess in the Facebook comments. Just put in a number, or in the Facebook comments or the YouTube comments.
I see some pretty good guesses there, but nobody picked 28.
And we're going to give you until, let's see, gates open at 2 on Saturday. So we'll give you until 2 o'clock on Saturday. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, not watching us live, you can still get in on the drawing for the Mazda's Pizza. Just find the Facebook Live broadcast or YouTube, either one, and put your guess in the comments, as long as it's before 2 o'clock on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, that is. So you're saying 28.
I'm saying 28.
28. You are optimistic. I'm going to go with 27 then.
Of course you are.
Your strategy worked the last week, so.
Strategy?
Strategy.
Yeah.
13. Oh, I want to know who that is. 36, 17. Yeah, they're kind of all over. Yeah, not a usual. They don't run too often at Montpelier.
No, but there's not much running either.
That's true. Not much competition, especially in this area. So we'll find out who the winner is next week on the show. And if we have a tie, we'll spin the Mazda's Pizza wheel. You can only guess once. If you guess more than once, you will get black flagged. If you change your guess, you will get black flagged. If you look at Ron funny, you'll get black flagged.
And the black flag is
it's over there.
right there.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
You want to grab it? Yeah, it's right here. The whole
I see it now.
It's right here. Here, you can
Don't make us use it.
No. Or the red flag, for that matter. It's also a pain to get to over there. Gene Steele gave us that, didn't he? Thanks, Gene. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend as far as racing.
Red Wings game is tied at 2.
Come on, Wings. Get it done, man.
This weekend's racing menu.
So it's a big 2-day show for Montpelier Speedway. I hate that keeps unmuting. It's very annoying. Monster Mash weekend at Montpelier Speedway over there in Indiana. Late models, I guess, is it both Friday and Saturday?
I don't think so.
I thought it was just on Saturday night for the late models. Oh. Let's double check. I don't want to give out incorrect information. I know I just looked this up. All right, here we go. Monster Mash, 20 many details. That was an older one. Here we go. All right, so on Friday. Yeah, they do have late models on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Friday and Saturday. But we're only concerned with Saturday nights, how many are entered for the how many that is. That is, yeah, my information is correct here. Late models modified street stocks on Friday night. That's tomorrow night. Gates open at 5. Racing at actually this says pit gates open at 3. I can almost read that. Yep. 5 o'clock for general admission gates. Racing at 7 o'clock, and tickets $15 on Friday night. Saturday, Montpelier Speedway Monster Mash night number 2. Late models modified super stocks and Hornets. So you have 4 classes running on Saturday. Gates open at 2 p.m. Racing at 6. General admission is $20 on Saturday. Also running this weekend, Saturday night, it's Waynesfield Raceway Park. It's the Let's Go 30, featuring Boss Sprints, Dirt Track Truck Series, Compacts, and a Powder Puff truck race. Haven't seen a Powder Puff race in quite a while, since like the 80s.
Yeah. Racing has become pretty much gender neutral.
Pretty much, yeah. So if it's an all-guy race, we should have a testosterone puff race.
What about if a race? No, we won't even go
Okay, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So last race of the year at Waynesfield as well. Gates open at noon on Saturday for that. Racing at 6:30. General admission is $18. What in your weekend weather forecast pit stop?
We're good.
We're good. We're good. Temperatures? Are we going to be cold? Do we need jackets?
Actually, Sunday's going to be warming up a bit.
We're not racing on Sunday.
Or Saturday.
Saturday,
Sorry.
okay. So we'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's not going to rain. We're in a drought anyways.
Right.
It's not like it's May or April when it rains
I
every
think-
weekend.
I think the middle of next week we might see some rain.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Race season will be over.
Tuesday,
for around here.
Wednesday.
Fair
But
enough.
it's not even going to make your grass grow.
All right. So you're good. Everything's going to happen. No chance of cancellations. Other series action this weekend, as well as our friends down under. Perth Motorsplex will be in action on Saturday with the electrical group training night featuring sprint cars, speed cars, late models, and wingless sprints. World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will be in action this weekend with the Bull Ring Blitz at Riverside International Speedway in Arkansas. That'll be Friday and Saturday night. World of Outlaws World Finals featuring, oh, that's right, I forgot to mention. This is a schedule for the next 2 weeks racing because we are off next week.
Okay.
We're taking the scare. We're too scared to do a show on Halloween night. Frightening, yes. So we will be off. So this is looking ahead here. The World of Outlaws World Finals featuring the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series and the World of Outlaws Case Construction Equipment Late Models and Dirt Car Big Block Modifieds. It's going to be at the Dirt Track at Charlotte in North Carolina, Wednesday through Saturday. That's November 6th through the 9th. So not next week, but the week after. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series action, the Baptist Health 200 at Homestead Miami Speedway. That's this Saturday at noon. And the Zip Buy Now, Pay Later 200 at Martinsville will be the following Friday, November 1st at 6 p.m. Both those races on FS1 for the Craftsman Truck Series. NASCAR Xfinity Series action, get Credit One Amex Credit Card 300 at Homestead Miami Speedway. That's on this Saturday at 4 o'clock. And then the following weekend, the National Debt Relief 250 at Martinsville Speedway. That'll be on Saturday, November 2nd at 4 o'clock. Both those races will be on the mothership, the broadcast mothership, NBC. Yes. NASCAR Cup Series action, Straight Talk Wireless 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway on Sunday. And that's going to be at 2:30. And then the Xfinity 500 at Martinsville Speedway on Sunday, November 3rd at 2 o'clock. And I think I think the Xfinity Series races, that's on the CW. And
it took me a while
to
find. It took me a while to find CW too, Scott. I don't know.
Cup Series races will be on NBC. Both those races on NBC. Yeah, my bad there. I mixed those up when I put the networks. 13-2 locally.
Yeah.
If you have an antenna. If you have your yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Channel 13-1 is ABC. 13-2, they have the CW.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm one of those old school people that still have.
Yeah.
I cut the cord and I put up an antenna, but then I watch everything on the internet anyways too.
Well, I found it on the internet.
Okay.
On
your
Scott and I use the same streaming network.
Is there a section for CW? Or I know there's
NBC.
Yeah. Okay.
It
You had
took
to
me
find
a while
it.
to find it.
I gotcha. Bunbury Speedway in action next Saturday, November 2nd. It's opening night featuring junior sedans, legend cars, production sedans, street stocks, and super sedans. I noticed that the Australian tracks, they have a lot of classes sometimes.
They do.
That's a normal thing for them? Do they run the show quick, or do they have less cars, or is it just a really long program?
No, some of the classes are not real full.
I gotcha. Okay.
Now the late model class and the sprint cars, those pull good numbers. The rest of them.
Okay. Sprints.
I've got to believe that the super stocks there will
street stocks, super sedans.
Super sedans. They'll bring good numbers.
Okay. Esperance Speedway, also in action that same night, Saturday, November 2nd. It's opening night featuring late models, AMCA Nationals, Formula 500s, productions, street stocks, junior sedans, and outlaw karts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes at Esperance Speedway. And then High-Tech Toowoomba Speedway on Saturday, November 2nd. Sprint cars, speed cars, pro sprint cars, and modified sedans. That's only 4.
Yeah.
Seems like they should add some. That is your Mazza's Pizza Racing menu for this weekend and next.
What are we going to do? Oh, what are we going to do next Thursday, Scott? I know you're going to be handing out candy.
I'll be scaring kids. Well, if we did the show, we'd be hearing my doorbell ring every 2 minutes.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, my kid's not here to answer it. So, how about we task Dave to spin our DCR wheel.
Right.
To win that Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker. Again, hashtag DCR. If you haven't done that, now is your last chance to do so. As Dave's going to do that. That's my screen. I'm getting rid of that one. So, Dave, share your screen and get ready to spin that so we can find out who the winner is. Oh, look at that. He did that.
Ooh.
Oh, he's already spinning. We're good.
Ooh, hang in
Here
there,
we go.
folks.
There's
Ooh.
a bunch of names. I cannot read them because they are tiny, but it looks like James David. Congratulations. You are the winner of our Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker, courtesy of DCR Graphics. And slap that on a car, become part of the Hammer Down Army. We'll have to re-enlist for next year. Thank you, Dave. Good job. That was a lot of names you had to type in there. So you have 30 days to claim your sticker from Ron Miller Race Cars. And, I think that's it.
I don't think I'm going to any races anytime soon.
Yeah, me neither. I know he's going to Waynesfield. I'm not going to Waynesfield. Yeah. Maybe you could stop by on the way to Waynesfield.
Yeah.
I think he's from Detroit, so it's not that far out of the way.
I'll be at Fremont tomorrow because they've got a swap meet, and then all the classes have basically a rules meeting.
Oh, okay.
Sprint cars at noon, 305s at 1, and trucks at 2.
Well, Waynesfield races on Saturday, so maybe you can swing by Saturday. Yeah. There you go. Any questions, get a hold of myself or Ron at Ron Miller Race Cars at
419-279-0100.
There you go.
Or 734-856-7223.
Either way, it goes to the same place.
All right. Whoops.
That little black triangle there, or triangle,
right
rectangle.
There. Right there.
No, over the other way. There you go. There you go.
It is.
Right here, maybe this will help. There. Now you're wide.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Dave. I think that worked out quite well. And we appreciate him giving the effort. I know we're interrupting a bit of his race viewing there, but we appreciate everything he does. So thanks to producer Dave for that. Contributors John Young, Dean Henry, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on X at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. Also, it helps if you rate and review us, share us with your friends, whatever. It's all good. Thanks to our sponsors, DCR Graphics, Dominator Race Products, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dittman Motorsports, Magic Moment Entertainment, Victory Fuel, and thanks to our guests this week, Oakshade Raceway champions Carter Murday, Ryan Davis, Jarrett Rendel, Jason Deshler. And again, reminder, we are off next week. No show next Thursday. But we will be back the following week.
And good job to all of our Oakshade champions.
Is that November 7th is our next show? Is that the following week? Is that 2 weeks from tonight?
Maybe.
I think so. So we'll be back November 7th with our Attica Raceway champions. Yeah, next week's 31st. Yep, 7th. November 7th is our next show. Again, we'll be back with the Attica Raceway track champions. So tune in to that. That'll be, again, November 7th, 7 o'clock.
I'm thinking that might be a couple of people that we've already had.
You think so? Probably. Actually, we've already had Jamie Miller on.
Right.
So we kind of already talked about Attica. So was that Kyle Moore and Cap Henry?
Yeah.
Yep, that'd be two that we've already had on. So we'll line it up. So have a great Halloween, whatever. Get out and support local track if you can this weekend. Yeah. Again, you got Billier and Waynesfield. I think that's about it in this area until the hangover race.
Looking forward to that.
So we'll see you in 2 weeks. And I guess I can just click this and we can be done, right?
Good night, all.
Adios.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.